welcome everyone to the December 10th edition of the Sidereal Insights Astro Update here at Mystick Physick Astrology. I'm 𝗦𝗶𝗱𝗵𝘁𝘀. I'm the artist and astrologer of Mystick Physick Astrology, and I use Western Sidereal Astrology in my practice to help you reconnect with your soul purpose and why you came. And my aim with the broadcast is always to provide guidance on how we can consciously use the energies of the transiting planets to affect our lives in a positive way. In other words, to respond to our transits rather than simply react to them. So I invite you to like, share that, especially if you know someone who might get benefit from following what we're talking about here today, while I pull up the broadcast on my laptop in case that there are questions or comments while we're live. So welcome. We are today going to kind of recap where we're at for current transits, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up. Right now, of course, we still have a few planets retrograde, but far less than we've been dealing with for the last several months. We have Pluto retrograde in Sagittarius, we have Neptune retrograde in Aquarius, we have Uranus retrograde in Aries right now. But retrograde relief has arrived. Mars is now returned to Mercury, returned to direct motion last month. And Saturn has recently returned to direct motion just on the 6th of September, so just a few days ago. We do have a small window, a little bit of a reprieve while most of our planets are now in direct motion before Venus in October. Venus will retrograde on October 6th, and she'll be retrograde for a while. So we'll talk more about that as we get closer to October and the Venus retrograde. Some other good news is that eclipse season is kind of finally winding down and coming to an end. This month we'll feel the last lingering effects of eclipse season, particularly at the full moon on the 24th here in September and the new moon October 8th. Those are the last and final lunations of the most recent eclipse season, where we might feel some lingering effect. Okay, now that being said, we just had our new moon number, which has still got some carry-on effect from the previous the August new moon eclipse in Cancer. And it's not too late for your intention setting practice, which would leverage some of that new Cancer energy if you choose to use it, or you can choose to solely focus on the moon and the fantastic opportunity for positive change. It's not too late for the practice. You'll want to check out the link in the video description, depending on where you're watching from, to catch that guided new moon in Leo intention setting practice, where I walk you through the Leo archetype and some prompts, some ideas for how you can use the new moon in Leo to set intention for powerful positive change for yourself. Now, keep in mind, Mars is still out of bounds until later in this month, so there's still a little bit of radical behavior from Mars while he's out of bounds, a little bit of tendency to maybe not be in full control of our anger and our reaction to conflict. So keep that in mind. He behaves a little bit radically. You can learn more about that at the website where I discuss Mars out of bounds and Mars retrograde. But he will be coming back in bounds late September. Now, we talked about in the September in short reports how this is a month really for kind of acclimating ourselves, for getting on with life after we've come through all of the change that the eclipses have brought, and after we've come through this heavy period of planetary retrograde activity. Things have changed. The dust is settling. The cards are landing. They may kind of get the lay of the land and begin to move on, for better or worse, depending on how we've experienced all of this planetary activity in the past 2 and 3 months. So be patient with yourself, like I said, be patient with the people around you. We all adapt to change in our own way and at our own pace, and some of us have an easier time naturally than others. A lot of planets in the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, have the hardest time adapting of all to a lot of this change, unlike folks with more planets in mutable placements such as Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, who are likely to find it a lot easier to adapt to the changes that we've been through recently. Right now, as we're experiencing the new moon in Leo, we do currently have Mercury trending Leo, which makes the coming few weeks really well suited to creative expression, especially through writing and the written word or handicrafts, anything that you do with your hands, potentially or sculpting, any type of activity that involves your hands, or even for taking time to have heartfelt conversations with the lovers in our lives or with children in our lives, to connect in that way. Okay, now as far as the new moon in Leo, it was exact December 9th, just yesterday, and it opens the door to new creative opportunities, especially if we're willing to put ourselves out there and be seen. And so this is an opportunity for you to tap into the Leo new moon and decide, how would you like to be seen? The new moon brings with it a lot of really incredible potential for transformation, growth, and any initiation that's begun right now under the new moon in Leo influence is going to hold within it a seed of that potential. It would be built into the DNA of whatever endeavor you begin right now or whatever initiation you make right now. And it also contains echoes, like we were discussing earlier, of both new moon solar eclipse in Gemini that we had in July and the new moon solar eclipse in Cancer we had in August. So it can be leveraged for initiations in the house that Gemini or Cancer rule in your natal chart as well, especially if you held off making an initiation while Mars, and Mercury were retrograde, because sometimes for certain initiations Mars or Mercury retrograde may not be advisable for taking active steps. So now you have a second opportunity to those energies and to use this new moon in Leo to activate past lunations. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind is that with this particular new moon in Leo, the opportunity is really easy to let slip by without taking action, in part because the energy is so favorable, the energy is so harmonious. And so I want you to be really conscious and really intentional about using it. If that means blocking out time in your calendar or your schedule to actually take the action that you need to take to begin whatever initiation you have planned for this moon, to do that. You can use this new moon for taking a creative risk. It's really wonderful for that, for stepping into leadership, and for reconnecting with your inner child, for play, for fun, and for leveraging the power of pretend, for leveraging the power of make-believe to boost your manifesting potential. Tomorrow, when the Sun, Leo's ruler, makes his trine to Pluto and his sextile to Jupiter, that is the best time to take action towards your intention or to take your first step in whatever you're initiating under this new moon in cycle. So be sure to take your action tomorrow, or as close to tomorrow as you possibly can. Be sure to watch that new moon in Leo guided intention setting video. We also have it posted at MystickPhysick.com, and it'll take you into a deeper discussion of the new moon, how to use it, and some prompts to get you thinking creatively about what you'd like to manifest over the coming 6-month Leo cycle. We do have a few announcements to make. The September review and now, full horoscopes by sign are published, so you will not find those. But if you haven't read the September overview reports, you'll want to read those for sure. September is a busy month astrologically speaking, and the September overview is quite a bit longer than normal this month, so be details that you need for your September forecast. Also, be sure to subscribe to our new YouTube channel. I've included a link for that in the video description. We did have to move to a new channel, so if you've subscribed previously, you'll want to resubscribe at the new link so that you don't miss any of our new videos. And also new for this year, we've released an academic version of the Ultimate Astrological Planner, which includes 13 months from August 2018 through August 2019, and the 2019 Ultimate Astrological Planner from January to January. Also available now. They are new in disc-bound formats. We have printable refills available in sizes to fit most common planners, and you can check them all out at mystick.com/2019. And thank you for joining me on this edition of Sidereal Insights Astro Update. Please like and share this broadcast, and we'll see you again. Bye.